Hi, welcome to the Lamentable Report. I am your host, Jason Mace. Today is Saturday, December 12th. Today we're going to be talking about Michigan House Representative Cynthia Johnson, who on a Twitter account earlier this week called to violence against all Republicans. We're also going to go ahead and go with Governor Whitmer's response. Really, it's more of a lack thereof to her pandering left. And with enough time left over, we're going to go ahead and tell you why Time Magazine cover of Biden and Harris really doesn't matter. So stay tuned. So Cynthia A. Johnson, a Michigan House Representative from the 5th District, assumed office back in 2019, January 9th, 2019. So she's not even been in office for a full year. This is her first stint as anything within what you would consider in the political world. While there, she during her term, which again less than a year, she served on the Family, Children and Seniors Committee, the Agriculture Committee, and the Minority Chair of the House Oversight. Some of you might have seen her during the Giuliani House Oversight Committee, where she grilled a young lady, basically calling her a liar. Even though she was the one sitting up there, it was just quite embarrassing. She's already shown us a massive rhetoric for basically anti-white or anti-Republican, and really she's willing to use whatever means she can possibly can. But you don't have to take my word for it. Just go ahead and watch her tell you herself.
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay.
I know you want them to do it right, but I hope to God you don't mean these guys. That was video that was taken from the NAFCA coalition, NFAC, the Not Effing Around coalition, where 3 people were injured after an accidental discharge of a weapon. Now, I never want anybody to actually get hurt. But if these are the people that you're calling on, Representative Johnson, I'm going to tell you, you got a lot of work ahead of you. But it's all right. It just goes to show you exactly how crazy this is turning into. I mean, it's something else, ain't it? And do you really think that Governor Whitmer was going to come to the defense of every voter? No. This is exactly what Governor Whitmer had to say.
I think that removing her from her committees is too far, truly. And I've reached out and asked the incoming House leadership to reconsider that.
Gee, Governor, I guess I never thought about it that way. I guess somebody probably shouldn't be kicked off committees or forced out of public for the content of what they speak. They probably shouldn't be censored. Unless, of course, you have the certain standards like you do. Censor the right. Don't censor the left. And what do I mean by this? Well, by your own words, Governor. By your own words. Here, maybe this will help you. So where does Governor Whitmer stand on using social media platforms to spread violent rhetoric? Well, back in 2017, after a Trump speech, she wrote an open letter to Facebook and Mike Zuckerberg attacking all social media platforms as betraying the public's trust, allowing for such vitriolic behavior to manifest and grow until it enters an actual reality. I mean, never mind the fact that Representative Cynthia Johnson broke federal code. I mean, it's not like Title 18, Section 373 of U.S. Code has anything to say about soliciting to commit a crime of violence. It doesn't definitely talk about how it strongly talks about intent, soliciting commands, induces, or otherwise endeavors to persuade such other person to engage in such a conduct. Oh, wait a minute, it does. It says it right there. Governor Whitmore, nobody's expecting you to actually do the right thing. We've given up on that ability of hoping that that could actually happen. You're not going to. You're not going to change your rhetoric. You're not going to sit there and change the fact that you believe that Biden and Harris walk on water or all Democrats walk on water. You don't care about the safety of people. You don't care about the safety of anyone unless it's yourself. And that's about all you do care about. But hang on. We have some breaking news. There's actually some live footage that's going on in Lansing, Michigan. Just stay with. We're going to go ahead and we're going to show it to you right now.
Holy underwear! We've got to protect our phony baloney job, gentlemen. We must do something about this immediately. Immediately. Harumph, 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 harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
That guy better give the governor a rump because she needs it. Because she's got a lot of problems ahead of her, and as you can see, they are in full bore of trying to protect their jobs. That was some great field reporting. It's amazing how sometimes we can get our cameras inside these offices and actually get a little bit of insight on what's going on in the governor's mansion. So that was actually pretty cool. I appreciate that. And we're going to go ahead and finish up today's storyline here with Time Life magazine. So as most of you know, Time Life has featured Biden and Harris. So I've been asked about this Time Life cover, and I'm going to tell you, people, don't freak out about it. Time Life is the most irrelevant right now when it comes to any kind of news organization or publication. They've been falling really quick. I mean, they've been struggling. They've gone through 2 or 3 different hands since being owned by Time Warner. They're just a struggling news organization, and all they are is just trying to propaganda to themselves to the left. That's all they've ever really done for probably the last decade. If you go back into their Person of the Year or Man of the Year, I mean, they started off with Lindenberg, who was a Nazi sympathizer. He expressed a lot of dislike for anybody who was non-white, and yet you've never seen retractions from Time. And you know, you might see that coming now because there might be a social warrior justice on here, be like, oh my god, I didn't know that, my head's gonna explode. But if it does, cool. Please get that on video. I like seeing heads explode, especially from social warrior justices. You had FDR that was on there 3 times. He was definitely known for being a segregationist. He did not believe, you know, whites and blacks should mix. He definitely had no love for the Jews. Just to let you know how much he didn't have love for the blacks. His wife, Eleanor, was trying to back legislation for anti-lynching legislation, and in order not to offend his constituents, FDR never backed that. I just want you to know, and go look that up. I want you to go look that up. But yet he was Man of the Year for Time magazine 3 times. 3 times. All right. You have Hitler. You have Stalin. You have Lyndon B. Johnson, who, after the 1964 Civil Rights Act that was signed into legislation, went on to say, now we'll have those Negroes voting Democrat for the next 200 years. This is a guy who did not sign the Civil Rights Act for anything but vote purposes. That was his only reason. And remember that there was like a 73-day filibuster for the 1964 Civil Rights Act that was led by Democrats. I want you to know that, okay? But yet this was the Man of the Year for the Time magazine. You also had people like King Faisal and Anwar Sadat, Prince of Egypt, and the latter was of Saudi Arabia. These guys took part in the 1973 attempt to overthrow Israel. Again, solid individuals right there, attacking a country that was twice as small as it in order to take its land. Great, that's awesome. They are definitely the people of the year that we need to follow. You have Putin, you have Zuckerberg, you had Greta Thunberg, but you also had President Trump. So, I mean, if the left is holding this thing as some kind of great accomplishment, well, then I guess you got to give credit to Trump too, because Trump was Person of the Year. So, for those of you putting stock in this, don't put a lot of stock into it. Just go ahead and know that Time Magazine is irrelevant. And I want you guys to know, thank you. This has been a rainy Saturday. We got through quite a bit. And if you have any comments, leave them down at the bottom. Believe it or not, I'm going to try to respond to comments as long as I can. And I'd love to hear some feedback. So thank you and have a great day. Hey, it's Jason with the Lamentable Report. I'm super stoked that you actually watched my video. If you could hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. If you're on Parler, go ahead and hit the echo. If you are on Facebook, go ahead and like and share with your friends. Every little thing that you do actually helps along my show. And as you see, we can start putting up more stuff, like the Don't Tread on Me flag, which is my personal hope that there is a social warrior justice's head out there watching that and going, ah! Because that is what we're here for. I am here to put out an opinion that I feel is the strong majority of a lot of people that are watching my show. And if it's not your majority, I don't care. It's not about you. So, again, thank you for your support, and we look forward to putting out more videos.